All right, guys, the difference with this floor is I'm busting out our V-notch trowel, and because I'm doing that, I have a bigger amount of black dye. I'm gonna pour out my black dye and I'm gonna trowel that out all over my floor. And as I'm doing that, my mix guy is now mixing up my accent colors, which we have black dye, black mica, that's going down as my base. And then I'm bringing in my Crater Lake blue as a big, loud, bold vein. And then we'll bring in a little accents of that gold. And then if y'all want, we can play with some of the fusions in the black. That's a notch trowel, that's a V-notch trowel. And that can spread your material really quick. I would just come in and spread this material all over the floor. But if this was a mica, which I'll do, I'll pull out my mica and show you what it looks like. It would all leave fingers behind where the, see those lines? You would see those lines in the mica trails. It would look horrible. Get my base color down. I'm gonna bring in a little accent of the black metallic, meld that with a roller, and then I'm bringing in the blue. Because again, remember, some of these floors are enormous. You don't have all day to sit and play with the product. So I'm just grabbing that secondary accent and getting it blended in just so it's not puddles. If I have puddles of black, you can use that kind of as an eraser. See how I did that? You got a little too much silver, but the more you mix all those, like I say all week long, it'll become one. But I don't care. This is just the background noise. So this is, I do this to create visual effects, but also to pop some bubbles that I just incorporated into that mix. So again, take a photo, we're done. This piece is done. All I'd have to do is babysit some of those bubbles floating in it. We're gonna give this a blue vein, baby. So what you think, like, and then kick over, and then kick this way? All right, let's go. Little weenie roller can get it wet, because sometimes you come in here, it sucks up all your material, kind of look for a puddle, get her wet, and then I'm just gonna hit this seam of hair. Ooh, I went into the blue, but that's okay. This is all gonna be melded a little bit, dragging it around with your stick. Now if I touch in here, it's gonna pull some of the black up sometimes. See that? Because it's sitting on top of black. So you gotta be careful. If I were to meld that blue, it'll start getting black real fast. So that's if you don't like that look, that's where folks will pour in the black. They'll guide their black first and leave raw moisture seal to pour your blue in. Then you could fart around with this blue without any of the black coming through. What do you guys think of this gold color? This is the gold you're kind of seeking rather than the yellow look. So I'm almost just, I can't even tell I'm touching the resin. I'm touching it so light. Ooh, this will be cool, I think. I like how the black's coming up a little bit. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just load up the stick and fling me in some here. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Good. Yeah, then get some over there. And then I'll come in here and just. And you'll notice that first initial pour out is often gadoosh because it's a full bucket. You're like, ah, God, it's too much. I do it all the time. If I had white dye under that, it'd be a completely different piece. The blue would be much less vivid. All right, question of the day. What metallic flooring do you prefer? Do you like the subtle, the big, bold vein? Or do you like the flowing marbles that we did earlier with the students? Or the vivid raiders with a little bit of that red? Let me know in the comments below. You just saw behind the scenes at Stone Coat's Epoxy Flooring class. We'll see you at the next one. Go sign up right now at stonecoatcountertops.com.
Stone